Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you. Wonderful saying hi, hello, how do you do? What is happening with you? Blessings, blessings, and more blessings I speak unto you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Um, so all week long we've been talking about this notion of personal freedom and inner peace. Personal freedom and inner peace. And what it takes to be in this place of personal freedom and inner peace. What is required to be in this place of personal freedom and inner peace. And the truth of the matter is, it takes something different for each one of us, right? It requires something different for each one of us. So we have to decide what's necessary for us individually to be in a place of personal freedom and inner peace. So what does that look like for you? Right? What does that look like for you to have, to experience, to know personal freedom? What does it look like for you to have, to experience, to know inner peace? For beyond a shadow of a doubt, for you to know that you are going to arrive back at this place of being okay inside of you, of staying free, right? To know that you are there, or that you can get there, or that you will get there, right? That it becomes a non-negotiable for you. That it's not negotiable. For me, I've decided that it's a non-negotiable. That being hey Erica, good morning, honey bun. Good morning. That being free, it ain't up for grabs. It ain't up for debate. It's not up for negotiation. It is not up for sale. There's no amount of money that I'm willing to trade my personal freedom and inner peace for. Mm-mm. Just think about it, y'all. Like, you know, many people who have been, we've seen enough examples of individuals who've been Hollywood stars who also end up taking their life because no inner peace, no personal freedom, or limited inner peace and limited personal freedom. Because that's not something that we will do when we are free in our minds. That's not something we will do when we um, have peace within, right? When we don't have raging storms within, we want to live, right? We don't consider not. And not only do we want to live, but we want to live well, right? We want to live well. We want to do it well, okay? So I invite us to ask ourselves, what does it take? Like, from a therapist perspective, it definitely requires that we um, think about our thinking, metacognition, okay? It definitely requires that we consider what we focus on, consider what we give our attention to, that we are selective as to what we are considering, right? That we are selective around that which we think about, that which we talk about, that which we give our energy to, that we don't just give it to everything. We can't, because some things are going to be problematic for us. Some things are not going to go well. Some things are going to really hinder right, are going to really hinder our daily existence. So, personal freedom and inner peace. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak. Good morning, Ray Price. Thank God it's Friday. I had an opportunity to do something that I absolutely love, speaking. Right? I love speaking. It's so interesting because I was the class president of my high school, and I remember doing 2 speeches in connection with that. I wish I could remember those speeches. I mean, I wish I had like it written down somewhere, but they in the archives for real. One was the farewell speech, and then the other one was, I don't know. I think the class president and maybe the valedictorian was invited to some kind of event. And I remember doing a speech there. But why did I bring that up? Because personal freedom and inner peace, like that gives me joy. I thoroughly enjoy creating speeches, crafting them, coming up with what I am to say, and then saying it. Like I thoroughly enjoy that. And so that gives me life. So you have to know for you what's life-giving. Yes, yesterday the kids was kind of upset. They lost their game. And just me being me, encouragement and dancing, saying shake it off, lighten their spirits up, right? Right. Hey, Jay. Oh, hey. Hey, honey. It's so good to see you. I agree. Good morning, honey. Good morning. And so as we think about, right? As we think about personal freedom, like it's just not, I'm just not willing, right? I'm just not willing to not be free. I'm just not willing. So we get to decide what are the things that we can release. What are the things we let go? We get to decide what are the things that that just simply don't serve us, right? We get to decide those things. And nobody else gets to decide for us, right? Nobody else. And sometimes we might think that that other people are deciding for us. But the truth of the matter is we ultimately make the decision, right? Because no one really gets to decide what we look like. Right? Nobody gets to make those decisions for us. And so what I invite us to is to just know, what is it that gives us, what gives us joy? what gives us life, what gives us hope, what helps us to remain free, and no matter what, be free, right? Because it's just not worth it, right? It's literally not worth it to uh it's literally not worth it, right? To find ourselves in bondage because for any reason, right? Because of what we're saying to it. Ultimately, let me just say, things happen, life happen, things don't go the way we plan. Things do go the way we plan, and then we don't even like it, right? All the things. But this is the thing. All of it boils down to what is the conversation that you're having with yourself about the situation. That's what it all boils down to. What is it that you're having? What conversation are you having with yourself about your situation? Because any situation is made better or worse by what we say to ourselves. Every situation is made better or worse by what we say to ourselves. No situations are neutral and no thoughts are neutral, right? It, every situation is no situation is neutral. So anyway, I was trying to find something, y'all. I was a little distracted. If it looked like I was rambling a little bit, I was, only because I was looking for something that I wanted to do, but I'm not going to be able to find it. So, oh, hey, since I'm on day shift now, I go to the gym and reflect on everything on my life, my children, my work, my marriage, how it impacts me. The morning gives me balance. I love that. I love that. Hey, Brian, good morning, sis. Have a good day. Yeah, it is so important to reflect, right? It's so important to reflect because reflection helps us to stop. It helps us to consider. It helps us to release, right? We can stop and reflect, or we can just allow things to just roll around in our head and our mind. Do you see? The morning gives me balance. Yes, yes, yes. Let me just say, stopping in the morning or stopping with whatever your morning is and getting balance, getting centered, getting grounded, and being able to give yourself those moments to just take deep breaths. Let me say a thing that helps me to balance um, is like just really some touch points in the day, whether it's the morning. I was talking to a client and I was asked them to, like in the morning, start with gratitude. Like, what are they grateful for? What are they grateful for? Um, I don't remember what exercise, but I remember giving them something in the morning, something in the evening, really about gratitude, both pieces. But the evening one was a reflective one, right? And ending the day with a question like, what were the three best things that happened today? What was the best thing that happened to me today? Right? It just and anything that can lead us to a reflection, not a rumination, not ruminating on the negative things that have happened, but reflecting on life and being able to make just positive choices or whatever from the reflect. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, beloved, what does it take for you? Personal freedom and inner peace. I love that. I love that. Going to the gym, reflecting on everything on my life, and the gym it's a good place because you get to release things. You get to so exercise, right, is a form of release as well, right? Exercise releases those happy hormones. I think endorphins are released during, let's see, it's got dopamine, because we are accomplishing something, and probably serotonin and endorphins, the happy hormones. I love that. I love that. And so, yes, we get to decide for our own selves what our personal freedom looks like. So I invite all of us. We're in the holiday season, and some interesting things happen during holiday season, right? Some interesting things happen. It does. And so we're in the holiday season, and we get to decide that we are going to be free, whatever that looks like for you. We're not responsible. We're not accountable for other people's freedom. Like, we can support them in their freedom, but don't own it, beloved. Don't own it. Don't own it. People have to decide they're going to be free. They have to decide. Let me tell you what helps me with things like this. 2 eras in history and 2 groups of people. There are people who were in the Holocaust who made it out because they decided that they were going to be free. They had to, like, read the works of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who became a psychologist. Right? It's the man's search for meaning. But think about any of our ancestors, y'all, who were enslaved people and decided that they were going to live anyway, that they were going to celebrate anyway, that they were going to marry and create family, and that they were going to have rituals and culture, and culture is developed, culture is developed out of rituals, right? They made these decisions, and they kept making the decisions in spite of being terrorized, in spite of being brutalized, in spite of being segregated, in spite of being like all the things that were horrific experiences for them. They decided that they would be personally free, even if they were enslaved. What power is that? We don't even know the power we have unless we understand that. Those who are African Americans, unless you understand that, you don't even know the power you have, that you can be free in spite of, right? And you can look at amazing people throughout history who decided that in spite of their current situation, they were going to be free internally. What you say to yourselves determine whether you're free or bound. What you focus on, think on these things that are lovely or just, or honest, or true. Think on these things. Meditate day and night, and you should be like a tree, right? So for me, Christian faith and biblical principles help me to be free, right? But for others, it might be something else. Look, get free, stay free, practice freedom, and you will have inner peace just from that. You definitely, I find in society, Black men are handcuffed with our emotions. If we show frustration or anger, it creates fear in people around us. So I have to ride that stationary bicycle 7 miles every morning to freedom of thought, expression, and release. You know, it's true. And some of that has changed, and it's changing. And honey, you get to decide to create community that allows that to be for you. You get to decide that. You get to model it. I'm not saying it's easy, but I definitely have seen it done. So definitely ride your 7 miles, release that anger. And there has been a lie perpetrated around who Black men are, and Black people, period, right? It's a lie. And so, but we get to change the narrative. We get to change the narrative. We get to be angry just like everybody else, and we get to manage that anger. We get to be frustrated like everybody else and then manage that frustration. Do you see? So thank you, honey, for engaging this morning. I love it. I love it. So let's see, how do I want to end it? Like I always end it. I appreciate each one of you for being on this morning, for conversations. I love life giving conversations. Life giving conversations are not always easy, but they're necessary. And they're the only kind I'm going to have, because I am not, I am never going to have a conversation that is not, well, more often than not, I'm not, because I'm not perfect. So I probably will have a conversation that's not life giving. It's not my intention. Okay. Anyway, at the moment that God gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, you and I, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You are amazing. Just in case someone has said that to you recently, I'm saying it to you. You are amazing and loved. I love you. Have a fantastic weekend. I will check back in with you all on Monday. Bye-bye for now.